Close your eyes and let me take you back. 2 million years ago. We are in southern China. It is the late Pleistocene epoch. Sunlight trickles through the evergreen trees in towering bamboo forests. Gentle streams flow through the greenery. It looks like paradise. A small herd of deer is drinking from the water. They are alert. They fear tigers. But the tigers are not the kings here. Suddenly, the bushes explode. Birds fly into the air. A massive black shadow emerges from the bamboo thicket. It stands up on 2 legs, 10 feet tall, 1,000 pounds of muscle and red fur. This is Gigantopithecus blacki. The deer run away in terror, but the giant is calm. He is the master of this domain. For 1,000,000 years, nothing could touch him, until a new, smaller ape arrived. Us. We think of King Kong as fiction, a monster created by Hollywood. But the monster was real. Our ancestors lived with them, fought them, and perhaps feared them so much that they carved the memory into our DNA. Today, on Beyond the Mirage, we hunt down the largest primate to ever walk the earth. This story doesn't begin in the jungle. It begins in a pharmacy. The year is 1935. Hong Kong is bustling under British rule. Ships fill Victoria Harbour. In the chaotic streets, inside a dusty traditional medicine shop, something ancient was hidden. Locals called them dragon bones. They ground them into powder to cure illnesses. A German paleontologist named Ralph von Koenigswald walked in. He wasn't sick, he was looking for fossils. He picked up a molar tooth. It looked human, but it was enormous, twice the size of a gorilla tooth. Koenigswald bought every tooth he could find. He realized these weren't dragons, they were apes, giant apes. He named the species Gigantopithecus, the giant ape. But history has a way of burying secrets. World War II erupted. The Japanese Imperial Army invaded Asia. Von Koenigswald was captured in Java and sent to a brutal internment camp. But before the soldiers took him, he made a desperate move. He took his collection of giant teeth and buried them in a milk bottle in a friend's garden. While the world was burning, while empires fell, the only evidence of King Kong lay hidden in the mud. Had those bottles been found, the giant might have been lost forever. After the war, scientists found the teeth, thousands of them. But where were the skeletons? A creature this size leaves massive bones, femurs, ribs, skulls. We found nothing. The answer is one of nature's strange ironies. The culprit is the porcupine. In the dark limestone caves of China, prehistoric porcupines dragged the bones into their dens. They needed calcium for their quills, so they ate the bones. They erased the giants. Only the teeth survived because the enamel was too hard to chew. Nature destroyed its own masterpiece. So, how do we reconstruct a giant from just teeth? Science is like detective work. By comparing the jaw size to modern primates, we calculated the scale. The result broke the laws of primatology. Estimates suggest it stood up to 3 meters tall and weighed up to 600 kilograms. That is the weight of a polar bear and a grizzly combined. Anthropologist Grover Krantz noticed something strange about the jaws. They widened at the back in a U shape, unlike living apes. This led some to believe that Giganto walked fully upright, like a human, to support a massive windpipe. But modern consensus places them on all fours, like massive gorillas, knuckles crushing the forest floor. But were they killers? No, they were sweet tooths. Analysis of the enamel reveals cavities, rotting teeth. This proves they survived on a diet of high-sugar fruits, tough bamboo, and fibrous plants. Their enamel was twice as thick as ours, designed to grind tough vegetation all day long. They lived alongside ancestors of the giant panda, likely competing for the same bamboo forests. For decades, we asked, did humans ever meet them? Was it just a myth? In 1996, inside a cave in northern Vietnam, we found the smoking gun. In the exact same layer of sediment, archaeologists found Gigantopithecus teeth, laying right next to Homo erectus remains. They lived together. They died together. Dated to 475,000 years ago, imagine the terror of early humans. Homo erectus was smart. They had mastered fire. They crafted stone hand axes. But physically, they were children compared to the giant. The fossils show extreme sexual dimorphism. Male giants were twice the size of females and had dagger-like canine teeth. This proves they were aggressive and territorial. Did our ancestors hunt them? The theory is chilling. As the Ice Age dried up the bamboo forests, the giants were starving and slow. Humans, adaptable and armed with fire, may have surrounded the weakened gods. The first monster slayers in history were us. They vanished 100,000 years ago, or so science tells us. But the story refuses to die. Notable scientists like Dr. Grover Krantz risked their careers to suggest the impossible. What if they didn't all die? What if a small population crossed the Bering Land Bridge into North America? Could the global legends of the Yeti in the Himalayas, the Yeren in China, and the Bigfoot in Canada be biological memories? Genetic trauma passed down from ancestors who spent 1 million years running from shadows in the dark. Gigantopithecus proves that the monsters in our stories were once real flesh and blood. We survived them, but the fear never left us. Stay curious, stay cautious. This is Beyond the Mirage.